Working in training centers was the most popular job among teaching positions around China. I myself started out with working in a training center called English First when I arrived to China first time. Training schools attracted international teachers with the ease of entry into this job. You didn't have to have a specific teaching educational background, sometimes not even a bachelor's degree. Being a foreigner was enough in many cases. The salary was satisfying in terms of living expense and monthly pay ratio. It was all working and flourishing until it wasn't. They started to crack down on training schools all over China 2 or 3 years ago until the big players were completely shut down. Now this business started to pop up here and there again, so I thought that it would be a good idea to find someone who works in this business and ask a few questions about it, which I'm sure would be useful to know to those who are thinking of working in a training school in China. Hi Rose, can you introduce yourself please?
So I'm Rose, I'm 30, will turn 31 next month.
Where do you come from? Are you from Nanjing?
I'm not from Nanjing, I'm not local, but I have been living here for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm from this province, small town with 5 million people.
Right.
Yeah, that's
okay.
China.
Okay. What is your educational background?
I always describe myself like, I got the university degrees in marketing and English, but it was a second tier kind of university, and I would say like all the skills that I got the basic things. Like most of my classmates, they are English major, but they don't speak English.
Could you tell me about your school?
Yeah, for sure. I am in this industry for 7 years, ever since I moved to Nanjing. Before I was working in Beijing for other job, and I've been running this business for the last 4 years. At most, we had 150 students, and we have 2 locations here in Nanjing. And right now, we closed down one because my partner went to Africa, which I support his dream, my business partner. And now we have only one location, which is over there in that building. Mm-hmm. So there are many different kind of training centers and courses. What we do is very small niche, because one of my major was marketing. So before I do anything, I really analyze this and I think a lot about the marketing strategies. So as a small unit, I'm not like a capitalism. I don't have like a lot of capitals to invest in this, and I don't care about the quality.
Right.
Quality and experience is all I got. So I compared it with my pricing, with my products, with my course designs, with all this major one. 4 years ago, I made a plan of teaching like I would say I'm teaching ESL, like teaching English as second language. It's not EAL. It's not like a language art. It's more like I hope that they will be able to use this language. So we focus on book reading. So for young kids, we do a lot of picture book, just like native speaker.
I was just about to ask, so who are your students, kids or adults?
Yeah, our kids are 3 to 12 years old.
Okay.
And now I'm also have an adult class.
Right.
Yeah, just the first one.
You range from 4 years old?
Mainly 3 to 4, to 12 years old.
Up to adults?
Up to whatever,
okay.
yeah.
Are there any foreign teachers on staff in your school?
Currently, no, but I used to have, and I used to work with a lot of foreign teachers as well.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you used to find them?
Usually through contacts. Like I live here for many years, so I prefer to look for some foreign teachers that are already here. So I kind of know their background, or through friends I know what kind of people they are, because for me it's small business. It's really important for me to be stable and a good person, because it can really affect, like one employee can affect a lot.
Right.
I'm not like a big corp, but I used to work for big corp and also recruit foreign teachers and stuff. So they have their platforms to recruit teachers.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But it does not, this information does not really help those who would like to find a job now, being abroad.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Because before COVID, as far as I remember, there were lots of foreigners in Nanjing.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how would a person wanting to work in a training center could find a job?
Oh, I could answer that.
From overseas.
Yeah, there's a website like what I mentioned earlier. So when like I work for the recruitment department, you can like there's I forgot the name of it, but I can give you and you can put on the screen later.
Sure, I will.
Yeah, and also for example, LinkedIn, it also work.
Right.
So those HR or these job hunters, they will reach to these people on this platform. Actually, if you just Google it, teaching job in China.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
find
in my long video about teaching in China, some people were asking me how to find a job in China. I think if you don't know something, you just Google it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I would do the same. I tried just for fun the other day. I tried to Google teaching jobs in China. Lots of websites pop up, and you can choose which one to check.
Can I give some advice with that,
of
please?
Course.
Because I know some people land here and they feel like their life got f***ed up because they don't have the right expectations for what they, expect or what they accept, what they take.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to the job offer, first, of course, you talk to people, you talk about the company, working out the contract, etc. When you come here, it's rarely like a really bad situation, but sometimes you really need to check like the city. If you are like a city guy and you like party and you like international things, well, even you can accept that money are not that great, you just come to the city first.
Right.
Because if you come to like a small place, it's really, you wouldn't feel happy if you know what you want, I mean. But if you are like adventurous, you want the authentic Chinese experience, then probably smaller city is better, right? Because you would be open to, it will give you a better environment, harsh environment to learn the language. You will feel like, and people sometimes are more like a warmer. I would say in general, people are really like welcoming and warm. They probably stare at you, that just because we don't have so many foreigners. If you go to like Main Street in Shanghai, you get less stares, right? Because it's just like any international city. So they don't do that out of, bad intention. And when you say hi, they probably look away. They're just because they're shy, not because they are rude. That's it. Yeah. So I think like before you come, really get to know what you want, what do you expect, and make the right decisions. And sometimes, even in the big city, but it's a bad area, like 2 hours to the city center, that could change your experience completely.
Right.
So I would say before you take that advice, well, find someone who lives in that city. It's really not that hard, right? You use whatever, like chatting app, dating app, right? Tinder, whatever way if you want to find it, you could find a person anywhere in the world. So just put a little effort into
What's
doing
the
that.
chatting app in China?
The chatting app in China is very hard for foreigner to get right now. It's Wechat.
It's hard to get.
Very hard.
Hard to register, you mean, yeah?
Very hard. I have foreign friends who work here for half year and they still couldn't register.
Even being here?
Yeah.
Really?
They have problem, and then when you want to solve it, when you want to complain, it never get accepted, and they probably just don't bother. They just live here entire time without using it, which is amazing app.
How can they live without WeChat in China? This is in my eyes, that's
wow.
impossible because
Yeah.
WeChat is everything.
But they never get used to that,
Wow.
so I guess it's okay for them.
I didn't know that it's difficult to get it
Very.
even living here
Very.
for foreigners, you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the obstacle?
Okay, the obstacle is you need to have invitations from like people who are already on that platform.
Yeah.
And then when they say, okay, you don't have like an ID, or you are suspicious, there can be any reason you don't even know. Like they say one reason, but or like your bank account, you don't have a bank account or things like that.
Yeah.
But like when you are here, probably work for a period of time, you probably still use your bank, like from your home. You don't have local bank, then that can be a problem for WeChat register.
As far as I know, when you move here and get a job, your school usually hooks you up with a bank.
So
and you have a local bank card.
Yeah. So for teachers, it's it will be totally okay. Someone will help you to solve this problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you operate, if from what I know, training centers are banned in China?
It was very strict maybe 2 years ago. Right now, it's actually the policies is not that strict anymore.
Are they
first of all.
changing?
I don't think they changed it like by law, but they changed the force of implement the law.
Right.
Or, you know how many people are gonna lose their job, right? So I think it's not like a. And also for my business, it's not exam based. If you don't do exam based stuff, it's not what regulated by the job by the law actually. So from the beginning, I was fine. Because my curriculum is not related to that. Yeah, we do basically everything based on the abilities that like the kids can apply, can use, like drama, reading, creative writing, a lot of geography, music.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to open a training center?
Good question. First of all, it's my passion, and I think back then I couldn't find a product that I really believe. So I had this idea of making this experimental education, maybe just for myself and because I always got this stereotype from when I travel, say like Chinese, you know, we are not good at geography, we don't know any countries and cultures, so I want to change that. Even though I know, okay, it's going to be hard, it's going to be too like, not advanced, just too like new for this market, but I still want to work on things that can change the world a little bit, even just a little bit.
So you're not doing it just for money, you're doing it because you
never.
like it, right?
When I started this business, I have 20,000 in my bank account, and I use that to rent a place. For 2 months, I will be run out of money if I don't make enough money, right?
But you did.
I did it anyway. It just risk taking. And I know I always can go back. I was 26, 27, and I know that I can always go back to find a teacher job. And what can I lose?
So you started at the age of 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm like 30. 27, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit before 27.
How difficult is it to set up one in China?
Depends on the skills and your purpose. I think if you just want to set up one like my size, like I would say small to medium.
How would you determine small and medium?
Yeah.
Like what is small, what is medium?
Okay, in my concept, I would say small to medium. If maybe small, it's around 50 or under.
Students.
Medium is like from 50 to 200.
Students.
Yeah,
okay.
and 200 to like 500 is one level.
Right, okay.
I see this with status because I know all this training centers owner.
Right.
And if you want to be like over 500 or 1,000, that's a different concept. So it really depends on what you want to do.
Can a foreigner set up a business like this, training center, I mean?
At this moment, I don't currently know anybody still does that. But in my past, I think I know at least 10 people who are like a joint venture. It's like maybe most of the time they're with their wife that they build this business. A lot of time with friends. I don't think it's that easy for foreigners to build this business unless you can work under the law again, like a private gig, but it wouldn't be a proper business.
Can you do it with a girlfriend or a wife, like you said before?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If she registers that business on her name,
yeah,
and you'll be the face of the school,
and you can
that's a good combo,
yeah,
right?
like the work permit from the company. But right now it's very hard to even apply for educational teaching license for that. So I would say those ones who still work, probably they applied a long time ago. And somehow they survived with this policy. So right now, I don't know. I know many, they did that before, but not anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. How many training centers are there in Nanjing, if you know anything about that?
Then I will have more power than the police or than the government. I have no idea to that answer.
Right.
Like the famous one, the big one, there's chains, you know, they also closed down, the big group, but now they're coming back. So
in smaller chunks,
and
little by
also,
little probably, yeah?
Yeah, they are coming back this year a lot. And there's like training centers open even after the policy, and also before the policy, and also like they survived.
Right.
And also there's small business, and there's a personal trainer as well. So really countless.
So from your words, I draw a picture to myself like this. Before there were big players,
Yeah.
not too many, but big players.
Also many.
And right now there are a lot, but smaller players.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All
And the
right.
big one, they are also coming back. I think this policy, why they even have this policy, I think it's not to, like break down individual, it's break down those big group. That is not only my theory, that is very well recognized theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
By saying this policy, you mean banning training centers?
banning training center,
Right,
yes,
right,
because
okay.
they are the giant,
Right,
like
right.
capital.
Yeah.
So if anything goes to very extreme in China, it's always not okay.
Right.
And now they're gone, so the government let it go a little bit, like calm down a little bit. Now you rarely hear like, okay, like police had a raid. At the first, they sent police to teacher, to the training centers, to like they caught teacher like they caught a criminal. There's news about this all the time. I also think it didn't happen that often, but to scare people, or like people want to scare people, media, they just like put on the news like that. They make everybody, if you want to do it, you are scared. As people who are bold will do it, and that's how business work, right? You take risk and you make business.
Right.
Yeah.
What curriculum do you implement in your training center?
Currently, I design my own curriculum because training center schedule, the kids come like once or twice a week. You can't really do like what international school, like do for the children. Yeah, so you really have to know the market, and you also know where you want to lead them. Like by the age of like my grade 1, grade 2 students, they can give a speech on volcanoes, on like Great Canyon, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And by the age they are like 10 or 12, they could do their own research from the internet and do like a little project and a speech and a little debate. It may sound like very common for like if you're from like European or like Western country,
Okay.
but here it's very rare because it's lack of critical thinking, and that is my big part for my curriculum is critical thinking, and I encourage like individuals. So I also combine a lot of like drama, reading, geography, like even sometimes gymnastic things.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
even learn this just to teach my students.
What's the usual schedule look like in a training center?
Each training center is slightly different. Before COVID, before this policy, is mainly Monday and Tuesday off, and then Wednesday to Sunday you have classes like most evening, and during Saturday, Sunday, the whole day.
How many classes are there usually a week?
Usually, I think they will have around 20 hours.
20 hours
20
a week.
to 30. It
Right.
depends on your contract and how.
20 to 30. 30 is a lot.
I personally
lot.
do 30.
That's because it's your training
Yeah,
center.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
motivated to do 30.
Yeah.
But if you work as a hired teacher, 30 is a lot.
Yeah, but maybe that's extra hour, you get extra pay. So I
Right.
mean, like by contract, you probably have, okay, you have to work over 16 to 22 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
And beyond that is extra, but you have to really be careful with the contract, what it
Right.
says on it.
Right,
If it's
right.
like a commentary, then it's not okay to do 30, it's a lot.
Right, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What's the holiday situation for foreign teachers in training centers?
Um,
How many days a year can they?
I think it's
hope for?
about like 2 weeks in the summer and
2 weeks in the
one week to 10 days in the winter holiday.
Spring festival, yeah?
Yeah, spring festival.
Uh-huh.
Maybe some teacher even you can negotiate a little bit, but it really depends. But these are the common one, I would
Right,
say.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do foreign teachers usually get per month?
Depends on your qualifications, experience, and also your contract, because some training centers, they kind of use this you don't know what you worth, like to give you a bad deal. But I would say from 12 to 25.
1,000 RMB.
Yeah, that
Okay.
is like 2,000, a little bit less than $2,000 to 3,000.
To 3,000. 25 is not bad. That's
Yeah.
like international school
Yeah.
scale salary.
Yeah. But that's like if you are here, you know people that or you are from, let's say, like UK, America, so also
English-speaking
nationality.
country,
I'm sorry
right.
to say that. I'm not racist, but this is just how it works. Yeah,
That matters,
because,
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
course. Because why?
Okay, first of all, we like white people. I don't know if I should say that. Not me, but personally, I just say in the market. It's getting better. Before, if there's black teachers in training center, they're always complain, right? So the parents will complain.
Parents.
And they will say, okay, because it's black and blah, blah, blah. But actually, they're a great teacher.
Even in such modern city as
Oh,
Nanjing?
even from rich family.
Okay.
Where I used to work in training center, it's like a group. Like people had money can
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
But still, that is the common thing. It's not. I think it's also not because Chinese are bad or whatever. It just we are not a diverse. In our country, is no diversity. So
Right.
we had little knowing about outside world because how the system run, right?
Who are the teachers who work in training centers?
I would say like the people who work for training centers are if they are from if before the entrance the country, usually they are younger age. They're still kind of exploring what they want to do
Travelers.
and travels where they want to explore Asia.
Right.
That's probably the first reason before like they like teaching. So
Right.
actually maybe 10% of them like it. And also maybe you don't have like a teacher degree because a teaching degree because it's not necessary.
It's
Like
not
you are
required.
just but you do need to have bachelor degree. 5 years or 7 years ago it was possible like if you don't, but right now it wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay. So what is required to teach in China? What kind of certification? TEFL?
For TEFL, TESOL. If you have TEFL, that would be a plus. And some training center, if they're big, they can help you to get it. It's
Yeah.
like part of your career development.
Is it easy to get?
It's not that hard. For native speaker, you can get it like with a little study and a little preparation.
How much time does it take?
I think it really depends on how much time. There's like sometimes they train for a week.
Right.
Like you just
So
you
there are
do and you get it. Yeah, there's different
offers. Okay.
Yeah, there's different package and plan.
Right,
I have no idea. Like
So from maybe a couple of weeks to a month,
Yeah.
or maybe to like 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here goes a big question: can students work in training centers?
Nope. And if you study here, you could find a part time, but it's not legal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where
Totally. Or you can have
No.
a certain amount of hours.
No,
You cannot.
you cannot. Yeah, even you have a work visa, you are not allowed to work in a different training center because that's your within the law. It says you need to work in this training center, and that's the only legal things. If you do something besides, keep it low key. It will be fine. Like I'm more like a street. I come from the street, so I don't do everything 100% legally.
Streetwise.
Yeah, because there is a loop, and I do something I feel like from bottom of my heart I'm helping, so I have no regrets.
What advice would you give to international teachers who are about to start their work in a training center in China?
Well, as what been said earlier, even though there's a lot of like obstacles or things that you might not be used to, I think if you're open-minded enough, it's gonna be an amazing adventure for you. Like no matter what, like good or bad, or like what is strange or what is familiar for you. So I would just say like give it a try and enjoy it, and don't think too much. Like life is short, and you only live once. So just try it, and if you don't like it, it's fine. But probably you will like it. Yeah.